Good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today is Wednesday. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. I need to keep on top of this. It is Wednesday, and plans for today. After lunch, we're planning on taking our guest into downtown Lipa to do a walk around the community down there, check out some of the little restaurants, some of the little shops, maybe the wet market, give them an idea of what it's like in the town of Lipa. And then, who knows after that? I think it's going to be a pretty full day down. Oh, we're going to do some shopping. We're going to take them to our local mall, SM Mall. And this morning, good news and bad news, and we'll go into that after today's intro. So, without further delay, let's get today's video underway. So you're probably wondering yourself, James, what are you up to today? Well, as you remember, we installed the Rockytop waterproof enclosure to house the Rockytop controller for the irrigation system. That was done. But I wanted to be able to tap into the power source that we get power from the electrical outlet back here. I want to be able to tap into that to maximize the amount of connections that we have, because we only have two. So what I ended up doing, I ended up buying off both the controller up here and what's going to be the dog fence of right here. Remember this electronics component right back here? We're going to put that inside this box here, and both of them are going to use or take advantage of one of the outlets on the service outlet back here, and the other one's going to be for the pump. Remember, we need one for the pump for the cistern, and we're going to go into the cistern here in just a little bit. So what I've done this morning, I've tapped in, I pulled the whole Rockytop controller unit out, and I spliced into its power connection, brought it down into the second box down here, and I'm about to make the splice in for the electrical service outlet right here, which is going to provide power to the little AC/DC power supply that's going to apply power to our electronic fence Wi-Fi controller or wireless controller. So that's what I'm working on this morning. So that's the good news. Everything seems to be doing well on that. Now for the bad news. I went down into the cistern this morning, and I took a look at our water level. Now, our waterproofing team yesterday, when they left, they said at the very beginning, when you first put the water inside, it's going to absorb some of the water into the waterproofing compound that's inside the wall, but it's a small amount. They said the 1 inch, we actually lost about 1.5 inch yesterday in about less than 24 hours. But they said that would be all, and I should wake up this morning and I should find the same level. Well, lo and behold, the bad news. I went down inside and it was 12 inches down from yesterday's level at the same time, which is not good, means we are losing water again. So the full waterproofing solution is still not complete, but they told me to rest assured they're going to resolve the problem. They came out, they did an inspection. Now what they want to do, they want to come out every few days and check a level inside there and find out, because if it is only at a higher level that it's losing water, then they only have to do a repair action from that level on up. But if it's near the bottom, if it's losing basically every single time that they come out and check, they have to wait until it stops losing water for them to make a determination what level of effort they are going to use to do the repair. Now I got to thinking about it. The irrigation system is going to be in full operation when we're on vacation over the summer, and I need it working. So therein lies the dilemma. Do I shut down the entire cistern and not draft out of it and only rely on the subdivision water? But if I do that, it doesn't have enough pressure to do all the zones. Then if I use just the cistern alone, the cistern alone will provide enough for all of them, but then they want to do testing on the cistern. Now, I did something this morning that I'm excited about. I was excited about being able to do this test, and that is the hybrid solution for doing the irrigation system here. When I say hybrid, it takes advantage of both the subdivision water and the cistern water, and I tried that this morning. I opened up the cistern so it could draft from it, at the same time has a little bit of back pressure from the subdivision water on that 1/2-inch pipe that goes into the fill here, and it worked great. It worked so good. All the zones had full pressure between the two amounts of water, so it was able to pull the water from the cistern at the same time to take advantage of some of the water from the subdivision pressure. And remember, we have a check valve on the bottom of the fill for the cistern, so that will eliminate any problem with the water going in the wrong direction. So that's all working good. Water going in the wrong direction, I mean the subdivision pushing water back into the cistern. So I think we're good on that. Anyway, that's the problem. So what I might do, I might contact the waterproofing company and say, let's just put everything on hold until we return from vacation, and then we'll attack it at that point, because right now I can actually take advantage of the water in the cistern to get a full watering feature throughout the entire yard. Anyway, I'm going to think about that for a little bit longer. What I need to do right now, before we take our guests downtown, I need to finish the wiring solution here, do a test of it, and close everything up, and then we'll prepare and we'll go downtown. Now, it seems like everything's installed fine. I've got this all connected up, the Rockytop irrigation controller, and I have the extreme dog fence all connected up. So I have to test it to make sure everything works. I probably should have left the covers off of everything in case I have to adjust anything. So this one plug now will power both of these units right here. This will do the pump, so I have a waterproof housing here on the bottom as well. So let's go ahead and check. I should start getting the Rockytop controller online, and I should get the numbers for the fence. Let's see what happens. And so far so good. It takes a little while for the wireless Rockytop to come online. It's basically connecting up to the network. It's connecting to our network inside our house. This is online fine, which is showing me that we have a protected fence environment for Marianne right now. Second bar on up here. When it gets up to, I think it's the third or the fourth one, it means it has made its final connection with the wireless router inside the house, and it is full to go for starting our irrigation. Okay, looks like everything is good to go right now. So that looks pretty good. Okay, while I was watering this morning, I came out here and I noticed something that was amazing to me. Do you remember when we purchased that one plant that's inside the little garden in the front yard? Not Nessa's Zen garden, but my garden, the James garden. Well, anyway, when we first saw the plant at Edgar's nursery over in Rosario, it had one or two little beautiful pink reddish color flowers on it. Now the plant is set up such that it would fit really well like in a Zen garden or bonsai type of a environment. So I wanted to show you this morning. I was so surprised when I came out here. I want you to see the beautiful flowers on the plant. And there are blooms everywhere on it. It really likes this place over here. And the sprinkler system, remember we have two heads. We have a head over there and a head, and it waters that area really well. So it gets a good watering out here. So the garden is coming along. I put a little bit more grass sod that I pulled from one of the plants I planted yesterday from that trip to Rockytop. I put some of the grass down here. And that will continue to propagate around here, and that will help keep the soil from drying out so much, and it'll be a nice little add to the garden here. Now most people are going to say, oh, but you're going to have to trim that. Well, that's part of a garden sometimes. It depends on what you want to get out of it, and I think that'll look really nice. I use the weed whacker, the trimmer, and it's very easy to trim this area up here. You don't have to run the lawnmower up in this area. And I actually run the lawnmower, believe it or not. I run the lawnmower along the retaining wall right here. I do a run this way and then a run back that way. And then I use the weed eater and I clean up around the base of the red palms here. So it's not really that difficult to do that. Now I went ahead and turned on, this area looks a little bit dry. So I turned on the sprinkler heads for this area. Now I tell you, I really like those sprinkler heads that are adjustable. It's like a wand, a telescopic wand. And you see, I had to raise it because it wasn't getting this air. But now I'm standing way out here and I can feel the spray here, and it will actually benefit the grass and the grass blocks out here inside the driveway. Now I raised both of the telescopic sprinkler heads to its highest point, and it seems like it's going to work the best over here, and it gets really good dispersion inside this area. Okay, today we are going on a field trip in our own backyard. No, not the backyard here in the Villa Feliz, but in Lipa itself. We haven't taken you into town, the part of town where they have all the vendors on the middle of the street, and where the big church, the Lipa Cathedral is, and that area, so or Lipa proper. So that's where we are headed for right now. We're going to take our guests down there, and we're going to take a look and see what the sights and sounds are in downtown. Then we're going to go for a trip to SM. We got to do a little shopping. I don't know. What are we doing at SM today?
Lots of things. Going to the bank shopping, and we'll buy some souvenirs for them.
Oh, that's right. In SM department store, they have a real neat place inside here that has Lipa in the Philippines, mainly the Philippines, type of t-shirts and things. If you've ever seen me wearing a t-shirt that says like I love the Philippines or something like that, they have it in the SM department store. So let's go ahead, get on the road and head into Lipa. Well, here our first stop is at San Sebastian Cathedral. Another name is Lipa Cathedral down here, right in the middle of Lipa. In the parking lot of the church itself, you can park. We paid 10 pesos, and I don't know if that's all week, but at least during weekdays you can park here. And it's very convenient for to use the parking here, to see the church, and to walk around because this is right in the middle of Lipa. Now, fun fact, this is right outside the church. And right outside the church, in this area right here, the fun fact is, this is where Ness, her family, had a photo studio. They had one of the original photo studios right here in Lipa. They were set up right back here. Now, this used to be like a parking area, and then into the back, all these used to be vendors like they have on the vendors on the outside. The vendors were a little bit further back behind here. But right here is where her family set up the photo studio. Rose. Now, if you've been with me during some of the earlier episodes, you remember we did some trips to the wet market, and that's where we're headed back again today. Let me tell you how this went down. I really came here. I was looking for a hat to work in the garden, keep the sun off of my head, other than my baseball cap. So I was looking for one of these straw, like the straw hats, and these are like ladies' hats right here. So we got one for Ness, and I said, do you have anything that's made up of the softer straw material like this one? Because this is floppy. And then they said, yeah, we have these. I said, no, I said one for a man. And then it automatically became unisex hat. So, but it'll be in the garden, so it's okay. We have one pumpkin orange in our garden back in the at Villa Feliz. And Ness used to tell me that when she was young, the way that they polished the floors inside their house, and a lot of the floors are made out of, it's almost like a stone type tile with concrete in between it. But they didn't have some of the fancy things that we use a lot of times to polish our floors. Not even polished. What they use is this.
This is bunot. Bunot. We use it by putting on the floor and then. Yeah, that's right. Yung ano? May kamatis lang ka.
And remember, I always tell you, some of the best coffee comes from here in Batangas, and they have the Barako coffee. And you can get the Barako coffee here at the market, at the wet market. $1.15 per half kilo. And they'll do the grinding for you. We like the ground really very fine because it's almost like an espresso blend. because we like it really rich and dark.
Half kilo. Half kilo lang.
Half kilo. Now, I'm not a big fan of chicken feet, but Ness, she loves chicken feet.
Chicken legs.
Now, you ever wonder why they call it the wet market?
Where are you from?
You saw us.
We saw you first.
Where did you go? For Maan tomorrow.
Hi guys, we're in Palenque.
Everybody shops at the wet market.
So this is the brown rice.
So remember the new Red Lady papaya seedlings that we picked up at Mahogany Market? Well, this is what they're going to look like right here.
Sa Manila, tapos uwi mo na lang sa Buda. Ano?
All right, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Well, anyway, we're walking. We're getting ready to go back to the vehicle. We did the shopping downtown today. We stopped here at San Sebastian. And as we were leaving, we were stopped by this nice group of young folk right here. And they approached us, and they want to do an interview with us. So I got to thinking, isn't this a great opportunity for us to also do an interview with these young people here in the community? So let's go ahead and start. You want to ask first? You want to ask questions?
Yes.
You, I'm the one who will
Take the video.
Oh, you're the video person. You're the video. Who is
I'm
the
going
interviewer?
to ask you a question.
You're the
sir.
interviewer. Okay.
Okay. What can you say about the Filipino tradition in Philippines or the Philippine culture? What can you say about it, sir?
The Philippine culture.
Yeah.
Oh, the Philippine culture is wonderful. Everybody here is kind, generous, compassionate, and one of the reasons why, like my asawa ko. But the Filipino people are very kind-hearted people, very honest people. That's why this is a good place to call home. Okay, you ask me one question, I ask you one question.
Okay, sir.
What do you think when you see a foreigner that comes into your community? What is your impressions?
My first impression is they are tall first, and they look so great.
Is guapo? Our friends here, they are from Japan.
Yeah. Konnichiwa. Ohio.
Maybe you want to ask them a question.
The same question. So, what can you say about Filipino tradition?
so traditional.
Yeah.
So I don't know enough the traditional, but my friend Nessie is very friendly. She invite us her house, so very kindness and very friendly. It's nicely.
Do you feel happy in Philippines?
Yes, of course. Yes.
What can you say about the people in Philippines, ma'am?
Yes, smile. All members smile. Smiley and James smile.
Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you too. Thank you. Thank everybody
Can we take a
for
picture
us getting a
with
chance to talk with you.
Yolanda?
Yeah,
Can we-
let's take a group picture.
Picture tayo, let's go!
No, we are not in Japan. I didn't follow Hide and Yoko on a flight back to Japan. This is the mall. We're here in the mall. This is the last stop of the day. We're getting some souvenirs at SM department store, maybe some t-shirts, something that says Philippines on it, right? That's what you're looking for? Yeah. Something from the Philippines, and I think we're going to get maybe some snacks at the SM supermarket. Get some of the snacks that are local, maybe to the Philippines. And then, what else are we doing? Not much more than that. So we'll probably close out today's episode right here in Japan. Oh, no, I mean SM Mall here in Lipa.
Salamat naman.
Okay, here we are today, and we are in China. No, I know you're
No,
too.
Korea.
I know you're too smart, and we can't pull that off on you a second time. And probably maybe the Clydes and the SM boxes in the background probably gave it all away. But anyway, that is going to be it for today. We're going to close from here in SM Lipa. and head back to the house. We're going to get rid of our groceries, get it in the refrigerator, and relax for the evening. I hope you enjoyed today's video, all the little things that we did, and especially the trip here to Lipa. Lipa's kind of a cool place, especially going down to the market area. The market is a great place, the wet market. Lots of great deals down there, lots of friendly faces, and a lot of friendly people. So anyway, we are going to close like I said. So if you enjoyed today's video, please give us a thumbs up. Please share. Thumbs up. Yeah? And if you have not subscribed, click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You'll be subscribed and notified the next time we upload a new video. So until such time, you have a wonderful and blessed day.